Come on in. My name is Bill Tobin, and this is your restaurant success tip of the day.
You've probably heard the saying, the grass is always greener on the other side of the fence. This weekend, we had a server who gave his 2 weeks notice. He said he felt disrespected. And chances are his feelings were legitimate. There was a little bit of a mess up, but when people give their 2 weeks notice, my personal philosophy is wish them well. I don't want to burn any bridges. If you care for your employees, that's what you'll do anyway. We always want what's best for them. And this server in particular, whether he felt disrespected or not, the truth is he already had his foot out the door. He had a second job as a server someplace else. And we do such a great job of training in our restaurant. Hiring, we do a great job of hiring in a restaurant, but we also do a great job of training in our restaurant. That servers that leave our restaurant, when they go work at another restaurant, especially if it's their second job, they are superstars at these other restaurants. They are usually the nicest server on the floor. They are usually the best cook in the kitchen. They are usually the cream of the crop. And so even though they might not be the standout employee in our restaurant, because everybody's a standout employee, as much as that sounds like an oxymoron, but when they go to other restaurants, they are treated like superstars because they are superstars in their new restaurant. And so coming back to our restaurant after a day of being told they're the best server that's ever worked in this other restaurant, they might not feel all the same love or attention. And so like the grass is greener over there, and they get praised, and usually they will start leaning over to work at the other restaurant. The problem is that after being at the other restaurant for a long time, as their expectations of these new restaurants or these other restaurants to grow or get better, it never happens, and often they close down, and then they come back and ask for their job back. If they're a great employee, we have no trouble bringing them back. We want our great employees. If we have a spot for them, we will make room for them. We will try and make room for them. If we don't have a spot for them, if we have a spot for them, great. But we don't want to be a revolving door, and we will only do that once. But more importantly, there are some people who leave us with bad attitudes, or say, or burn their bridges with us. And then when they come back and ask for their job back, we say, sorry, we don't have a position. We actually had a bartender just recently come back. We made a spot for him, even though we didn't feel like we weren't sure we had a spot for him. He was a great bartender. But as we're finishing up everything, putting him on the schedule, he found a job someplace else again. So he left us, asked for his job back. We made a spot for him. Before he even worked 1 or 2 shifts, he went and worked someplace. He went and took a job someplace else and told us that he wasn't going to come on, even though we made the spot for him. That, to me, has burned his bridge, and he won't be rehired again. Sorry, we're not a revolving door. So when they leave again, we say, we wish you the best, but the door is closing behind you. Don't let it hit you in the butt. So your task for today, make sure that your staff understand that we always want what's best for them, but the grass isn't always greener on the other side of the fence.
Do you have a comment or a tip for restaurant leaders? Text me at 808-201-0550 or find me at restaurantleadership365.com. This is Bill Tobin. Thanks for coming in. See you tomorrow.